So, as many of you do know, Mario, what is it called? Mario Speed Run, something like that? Super Mario Run, that running app that they actually put out on mobile. I've been playing it actually quite a bit. And the whole topic around today is the fact that I think that Nintendo has caved in on themselves, and not in a bad way. So stay tuned for this video, guys. I hope that you like it. This is going to be really interesting, even though a lot of you might not be into Nintendo. But first, before this video starts, it is the end of the year, and with this channel being really focused around gaming content, what do you guys think the game of the year should be this year? Now, of course, there's a lot of different people out there. There's a lot of different companies out there that want to push their #1, and a lot of people are choosing Overwatch for a good reason. Overwatch was one of the best games out there this year, and for my personal opinion, and I want you guys to actually comment down below what your game of the year is for you guys, I would have to say the game that I got the most use out of this year would probably be Doom. Doom itself has been something that you can sit down and play for hours on end and not even think about it. That's just how that was for me. But again, that's my opinion. I want you guys to comment down below. But let's get back to the topic today, which is Nintendo finally giving in. And what I mean by that is the Mario app that came out. Very, very fun app. Very well developed app. But if you guys don't know, Nintendo has always been such a stickler when it comes to their titles. Their exclusive titles. And if any of you on YouTube are ever playing a game that's developed by Nintendo or a game that's exclusive on Nintendo, you know that they like to give a lot of copyright strikes. I don't know why this is. It might be something about them not wanting more money. I'm kind of confused with it, but again, I'm not a big Nintendo buff. I've owned a lot of the consoles. I'm definitely going to be getting the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. They've said something else recently here that I believe really put the nail in the coffin when it comes to Nintendo finally letting other people start putting their titles out on different things, such as mobile, maybe even PC in the future. And that being the fact that the Nintendo president wants to push out at least 3 games on mobile and tablets, iPhones, iOS, everything like that, 3 times a year from this point forward. And that might just be because the money portion of that guy's brain is saying, hey, the app business is a multi-billion-dollar business every year, and we need to start getting into that. Nintendo by themselves, if they were to keep doing what they have been doing for so many years, not letting anybody else touch their titles, they would literally implode on themselves completely. And that's not an exaggeration. I mean, think about if there was a title. What's a really popular exclusive title? Like, let's think about Gears of War. Let's think about Gears of War here just for 1 second. If Xbox said, I am not going to let anybody play Gears of War on the internet, I am not going to allow anybody to contract out this at all for, how long has Nintendo been out? For decades. And decades and decades. If they said that, after 30 years, Gears of War would probably not be a thing anymore. And then since Nintendo has finally gotten to that point of when they've been doing Mario for decades, and I keep saying Mario because it's a really easy one to remember, because they've been doing Mario for decades and not letting anybody touch their title, I might be yelling a little loud here, they are slowly imploding on themselves. Mario is slowly becoming that thing that people play to maybe pass some time when they dig their Wii out of their dusty closet, you know? Now, of course, there are a lot of die-hard fans that still play Mario on the 3DS or even on some of the older consoles. Yes, that's still very nostalgic and that is still a very fun thing to do, but when they're creating new titles, new Mario games, it's, you know, they're not doing as well as these older ones are doing. The Wii U was a disaster, a complete disaster. And I think that they're starting to pick up on that. Now that the Nintendo Switch is coming out, they're going to be releasing more Mario titles. But if they can slowly start getting into this business of app development on iOS and Android, they're going to slowly start picking the name up of Mario. And now that they want to put more than 1 app out a year, 3 of them, they want to put 3 apps out a year that are related to Nintendo, that's going to start building up their name a little bit more so that the Nintendo Switch can do better. Now, I don't really agree with the $10 for a full game deal when it comes to the one that they just did. They need to figure out a little bit better microtransaction thing when it comes to apps because I don't think that they really know how to make a lot of money when it comes to apps. But if you're going to have a one-time fee of $10, it's not going to be as good as if you can do many microtransactions. I'm not sure if there are microtransactions in Mario right now. I haven't really looked into it that much, but you know, the games that have, you can literally buy everything, those are the games that are making a lot of money. So this is just a little bit of an opinionated video, and let me know what you guys think about Nintendo down in the comments below. Did you think that they were slowly starting to cave in on themselves, and because of that they had to really try something drastic, or do you think that they're kind of ahead of the game a little bit? They know what they're doing, and everything is just timely. I'd love to know what you guys think. Again, I also want to know what you guys think the game of the year is going to be down in the comment section. I hope that you all have an awesome day, guys. I will see you all later.